Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is a continuation from last week's about the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. This video's focus will be about how she demonstrated power through her relationship to gender. In this last chapter, I'll be concentrating on how Frida broke through gender barriers in Mexico, not only as a woman but also as an artist. I will analyse what circumstances made her interrupt the norms and how, although these circumstances caused her suffering, she learnt more about herself and became more resilient. Female experiences have always been overlooked in society and culture. For example, her job occupation in her marriage certificate was housewife, not an artist. She has explored the physical experiences from birth to lactation in ways that look startlingly honest and nakedly unashamed. Examples are seen in her paintings My Nurse and I, 1937, and The Love Embrace of the Universe, the Earth, Mexico, Myself, Diego and Señor Ixolotl, 1949. She broke taboos, especially those encircling the female body and female sexuality. In this painting, Frida paints herself as a baby, with an adult's head drinking milk from her wet nurse. There is an insinuation of the feeling of loss and estrangement from her mother. Her mother was unable to breastfeed her, as she was breastfeeding her younger sister, so she does not feel connected to her mum. However, it can also relate back to her suffering or her inability to carry a child. Breastfeeding is an experience which only develops to people who have children. Again, her power comes from her pain. She shows us power looking straight at the audience in the painting, unflinchingly. She's sharing a private moment that now people mostly feel embarrassed about, because breasts are always seen in a sexual light instead of maternal. During Frida's divorce with Diego, she found a new independence, which can be seen in the painting Self-Portrait with Cropped Hair 1940. She's not dressed in her normal Tijuana dress, but in a suit and short hair that she just cut off. As all the hair is around her on the floor and scissors in her hands, she decided to renounce the feminine image demanded of her. She cut off her hair, symbol of womanly beauty and sensuality. She is non-conforming her gender and retaliating towards Diego, as he always loved her long hair. In the painting she quotes a song, "See, if I loved you, it was for your hair. Now that you're bald, I don't love you anymore." The song is almost humorously illustrated from her self-portrait, and she's pushing away her feminine ways, Tijuana dresses and hair. Abandoning the feminine image is in a result to the pain caused by Diego. She has realised that she has no need to rely on men anymore, and anything they do like wear a suit, she can do too. Frida ultimately, from her experiences, suffered from not being able to secure a close bond with her mother through breastfeeding, and her also not being able to experience that. Nonetheless, in shedding light to her pain, she begins a conversation that is still relevant today for many people. Additionally, cross-dressing and presenting herself in the complete opposite manner of what we're used to demonstrates that she is the first woman in history of art to treat with absolute and uncompromising honesty, one might even say with impassive cruelty, those general and specific themes. She is unquestionably functioning outside the constraint of idealized femininity. How has Frida demonstrated power in her life through the suffering she endured is the question I try to answer through this series. She demonstrated power by being herself and knowing who she was at all times, even through all the suffering. She was in chronic pain for most of her life, but also had many emotional turmoils. She was always strong and resilient. Her paintings were closely linked to biographical events, which are experiences I have analysed because, as she said, I paint myself because I'm so often alone because I am the subject I know best. Through her paintings, she expresses a true language of raw trauma conveyed with self-worth and consideration. The vocabulary of her unique art, Kahlo contributes to the influence of the suppressed, unsolved sufferings. Frida then obliterates the barrier between the individual experiencing pain and the viewer and evokes sympathy for our shared human fragility. This becomes Frida's true power. She makes us feel, she makes us analyze our pain, she makes us strong. Through Frida's transcendence through time and her everlasting relevancy, she broke down the obstacles for many women and people that come after her. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have learned something new about Frida Kahlo throughout this series. If there's any other artist or designer's life you want to learn more about, please leave it down in the comments below. I would really appreciate it if you would leave a like, and please subscribe and put your notifications on so that you can be notified for when I next post. See you on the next one. Bye!